What's going on, guys? Back into the card trick. Today I'm going to be doing the out of sight, out of mind card trick. I'll do a trick tutorial, so let's hop right into the trick. Now, I'm going to start off by just giving these cards some mixes. Right, so now I can have absolutely nothing but the stick. Usually I would have you think of a card, except here I'm going to show you, just pick whatever the fourth card is. I don't really care. Have you thought of a card yet? You have? Okay, perfect. Right? All I'm going to do is so this is actually a little difficult for me because in most situations I would take out a card and it would end up being your card, but that's not one of those tricks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some cards and I want you to tell me if you've seen your card. Have you seen your card? No. Okay. That's actually a little hard for me, but I still think I can do this. Right? I still think this should be easy enough for me. Alright, so now I'm just going to try to sense your card is in the deck. I'm going to start right there. What was your card? The Three of Clubs. I could have stopped anywhere in the deck, but I stopped right here. If you guys liked that trick, I'll do a tutorial, so let's hop right into that. So, for the tutorial, I'll actually take out the ace through 6 of spades, so you can kind of get what's happening. Right, so I'll take out all the ace through 6 of spades, just so you can kind of get what's going on. Right, so I have the ace through 6. Okay, right. So I have the ace through 6 of spades, and I'll just put those on the top of the deck. And this is completely impromptu, but just for the tutorial, I'm not going to shuffle it, just so you can understand what's happening with these 6 cards. Right, so I'm going to I'd show the spectator 6 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then I'd ask them, have you thought of a card yet? For this, we'll just use the 3 of spades to make it easy. Right? So that'll be the card we're thinking of, right? The 3 of spades. Now, all I would do is I would square up the cards, and I'd take the top 3 and just put them on the bottom. Now, this next part is actually very important. You have to remember to do it. So you can literally take any card out, as long as it's not an important card. You can take any card out and say, usually in a card trick, I would pull out a card and it would be your card, but in this, it's not the case. So all I would do is I'd take, it's a completely random card, right, and I just put it on the bottom. So, right, you can see I have a random card and then the 3, 2, and the 1. Right, so it's like that. So now what I'd do is I would say, I want you to get one more rough idea of where your card is. And I'll cover both answers to this. Right, you're going to spread 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, pinch it, and then kind of go halfway through the deck. And you're going to say, have you seen your card yet? In this case, they would say yes. But now I'm just going to show you what to do if they say no. If they say no, you're just going to take 1, 2, 3 cards off there and put it back on the top. Right, I know that might not make the most sense, but it does. So if they say yes, then you're going to say, okay, perfect. And you're going to try to sense their card almost. So then what you're going to do is you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And like if you spread it out and then they say yes, you're just going to take those 7 and you're just going to put them on top, right? If they say no, you just put the 3 first cards on top, and then you go from there. Right? If they had said yes there, now this part's always going to be the same, because all these cards will still be in the same order. So now I'm going to try to sense your card. I'm going to stop right there. But an important part of this is you can't say I'm going to stop right there or I'm going to stop right there. You just have to say it in general and not really point to anything. Because here's one of 3 things that can happen. So here's really what you have to do. Right? The cards would be like this. Right? We'd have these 3 random cards on top. So you're just going to speed through those. So 1, 2, 3. It's not one of those. The next 2 cards you can take a look at, right? So this would be Ace of Spades. But you don't want to make it obvious. You're just going to spread it, take a little peek at the top. So it kind of looks like this almost. Just a little peek. So that's Ace of Spades. Now you're going to hold a break under this card. And you're going to take a little peek at the next one. 2 of Spades. You're going to put that on top of the break. Now you're going to say, I'm going to stop right there. The card was the 3 of Spades, which means it's right here. So that was the best case scenario, right? So if you say, what was their card? If they say a card you haven't seen yet, then you know it's this card. But if they say 2 of Spades, drop the break and just take the top card. If they say Ace of Spades, or whatever the first card would be, then you're going to just do a little double lift from the break. And you'll say, well, that was the card I stopped on. Now I'm going to go back to if the card was not, if it was not in the first few. Right, it's not in the first few. Okay, I can still do this. We're going to take 1, 2, 3 cards, and you're going to put them on top. Now what this does is their card is one of these back, so it's either the 4, the 5, or the 6. So right, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to speed through. You're going to speed through these first 3, and you're going to take a peek. That's the 4 of Spades. And that's the 5 of Spades, right? And you're holding a break under these 2, pinky break. So now you say, so I'm going to stop right there. What was your card? It was the 6 of Spades. It's this card. It was the 5 of Spades. It's this top card. Or it was the 4 of Spades. Do a double lift from the break. So yeah, that was the tutorial. I hope you guys liked this trick. And I'll see you next time on Magic 101.